please remember, the worst part of your trip has already happened. I mean, you were most ignorant a month, a year, 5 years ago. And that's what the Kale takes or exploits us on, is our ignorance. And we don't have to fall for it. But we have to learn to differentiate between truth and falsehood, between the real and the unreal. And you, in your own consciousness, whether it takes 1 year or 1 lifetime, will have to learn to differentiate between all of Kale's subtle attacks. On the gross level, the subtle level, the causal level, that's as far as he can go. As soon as you can get out of the causal plane, you can leave causative principles, you can leave cause and effect, you can now be your own person. But until you escape that causal and mental plane where Kale rules, you'll always be a victim of his little tricks. And it's very important to realize, loved ones, that Kale is not a negative being. He's been appointed by Anami Paresh to do his job. And so many times we blame Kale, almost like someone into religion might spotlight the devil. And they've really cast a negative aura on the devil as a real evil being. Enlightened sound, there are no evil beings. If everything is a cohesive whole, if there's an all-pervading one that filters through the divine's universal body, then how could anything be evil? And so please, as you're looking at your own affairs and how you walk truth and how well you're able to follow it and live it, understand that your obstacles to enlightenment and the hurdles you're forced to jump are for your benefit. They're for your benefit. And this takes a lot of the negative aura away from a happening that isn't up to what we expect ourselves, how we expect ourselves to handle it. Okay? One other thing I want to mention is that when anything happens, loved ones, that you feel is an assault on your spirituality, also understand that your karma is being bled off. I don't like talking about karma being bled off because usually in our naivete, when you come onto the path, one's looking for love, for pleasure. They're trying to look for an escape from the very karma they've already created. We can't run, as the religionists have told us, and ask our Savior or our God-man to wipe our slate clean. This would deny the purpose of the lower worlds. If we've created something, we have to learn about it. We have to see why we created that, why we don't need that. What is the truth behind this? What are we depending on? And usually when you create an act of karma, you're in the midst of separation. You're separated from your soul, from truth, from the Lord, and there's a desperate and desolate feeling that accompanies this. And when you're not realized, you do your best to scramble and make up for it. And this is where karma is created. We have a limitation and we try and create something else to compensate for the limitation. And then we get deeper and deeper into the snare of illusion. So loved ones, when something happens, make sure you understand it's a piece of your karma being bled off. And don't be too quick to judge or condemn or get down on yourself. Try and stay a little bit more positive and creative. And look at it as something that is manifesting due to a cause you've put forth, whether you're conscious of it or not. And this will take some of the bite out of it, and it will also allow you to view it in a more all-encompassing manner. And this is very important, because your karma is just a tweaked point of view. It's just a point of view that's just slightly twisted, and it seems relevant, it seems to apply, but it doesn't quite fit. That's karma. And you can be free, but you can only be free in soul. Soul's your point of view. Soul's your consciousness. You can only experience freedom there. The mind doesn't know what freedom is. It's a machine. The emotions don't know what freedom is. So please remember that. And if you're going through a piece of karma, you're going to want to approach it from the soul point of view. You're going to want to be a big man and a big woman and see that you're the one that's responsible for this. So it's not something one should run from. The seedy stuff in your life, the stuff that makes you unwind, that unnerves you. Don't run from it. Don't even pretend it's not there. Play the game. You know you're not your karma. You are soul. Nothing can take that away. When you're uneasy about yourself, you've identified with your karma, and you actually think you are that limitation. Well, you are, as long as you're viewing it that way. That's the power of viewpoint. You take on the assumption, you take on the state of consciousness wherever your attention resides.